Hi, this is Boxing with the Truth. I am the Truth, and it's March 15th, 2015, and we are here today with boxing prospect John Fast Hands Franklin. How you doing today, John?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Well, I appreciate you taking time to do the interview. I know you're probably tired. You had a fight last night, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay, for sure.
Okay, your age 31 now, right?
Yeah. 31 years old.
And you fight at bantamweight?
Yeah, bantamweight 118.
Okay, and your pro record right now is actually 9 wins with 4 knockouts and 1 draw.
Right.
And
just got the draw last night. Yeah,
all right. We're gonna lead up to that in a minute.
No problem.
And you're actually from Kansas City, Missouri. Are you still living out there, or are you living in Colorado?
Nah, man. I live in Colorado. I've been living there since 2004. So, and my daughter has been pretty much raised there. So, yeah, man. I just love it there, man. I just like the atmosphere and everything like that, and I love training up there in that altitude, man. So you can't beat it. Okay.
And just to back up, you actually had about 135 amateur fights, right?
Yeah, man. I came a long way, man.
And actually, I want to get into that. I want to back up a little bit. I know you kind of had like a dysfunctional background a little bit coming up with your mom. Your dad wasn't around, and eventually you ended up getting brought up from about the age of 12 or 13 with your grandparents, right?
After you rent a car. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I pretty much was raised without a father. You know, my uncle George was like my father figure. And my auntie Michelle, man, she pretty much just helped me out so much along the way. Even now to this day, I could call her for anything. But my mom's, she did the best that she could, man. As a mother can, man. But when I was about 13, I moved in with my grandmother. And I kind of, I seen a different side of life, and so I decided to stay there and, try to pursue making it out of the situation, making it out of the hood, pretty much.
Okay, but you had actually, from high school, you were already an athlete. I mean, you had scholarship offers from football and baseball, but then you ended up going into the service, and you were actually a sergeant in the Army for like 10 and a half years, and that's where you found boxing, right?
Well, no, I found boxing. Yeah, I found boxing. I think my first boxing match was right after I turned 19, man. So yeah, man, I was boxing, and I was getting looked at from different colleges for baseball, for football, mostly for kick returner. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a small guy, but and things like that. But I played center field in baseball. So I was pretty fast, I've always been pretty fast and athletic, man. So, but I found boxing. I got out of basic training. I was down in Oklahoma, man, at Fort Sill, and one of my friends just needed help losing weight, man. So we went to this boxing gym. I sparred this one guy down there. He was like number 4 in the nation at the time at 141. And I was about 130 something pounds, coming out of basic training. So they let me spar him, and I did pretty good against him, So they thought that I'd been boxing, forever. And so they told me to go, that I should try out for the Army boxing team. That's what I did.
Well, first let me thank you for serving our country. I appreciate that, and I'm sure a lot of other people do as well.
Hey, thank you very much, man.
And you actually did pretty good in the service with your boxing career. And I just want to touch briefly on that. You're actually the 7 times All-Army and Armed Forces champion. You won a silver medal in 2007 World Military Games. And
crazy.
You actually got in 2011. You in the amateurs, you got a USA Boxing National Champion as super featherweight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, it was a long road, man. I'm telling you, I made it to the finals a few different times. The National Golden Gloves, National PAL, the semifinals of the Nationals. I just couldn't get over that hump of getting that bronze and silver medal. So 2011 was like the year. It was a good year, man. Nothing really caps off the World Military Silver Medal. I know that it's not the regular worlds, so people kind of look down upon it, but you're fighting the same people that you see at the Olympics, the same people that you see at the Worlds. Like, you're fighting those same people. Maybe not every team, but mostly, there's a lot of teams there that you're fighting their Olympians, like Uzbekistan and China and Korea and things like that. So I dusted those guys, until the semifinals, so it is what it was. It was a big moment for me, man. It was like my growing point in amateur boxing for real.
Okay, and also you actually have an associate's in occupation.
You said what?
You actually also have an associate's in occupational studies and personal training, and you're continuing for a BA in sports and health and science for a college degree as well, right?
Yeah, man. I'm in school right now. I just did homework this morning. Right, I had to get it done. So it was either get it done now or be late tomorrow. So I went ahead and woke up early this morning and got that homework out the way, man. But I believe, people take different paths, man. And I took my path with the Army, and that's what I wanted to do. And when I got out, I always wanted to go to school. Being in the Army, I felt like, especially when I was boxing, it kind of, like, I didn't really have the best chance to achieve that goal because I always was going here, going there, going here. And I really wouldn't have been giving it my 100% effort, So now that I'm out, man, I try to give it my all. I try to get it all done. It's a hard road, man. I mean, school ain't easy, But I try to just get it. I'm just trying to get it done, man.
And I also want people to understand that with everything we just talked about, I mean, you're a professional boxer. You came up a hard way, and you've done a lot of great things. You were in the service. You're in college. You're still going to school, and you are a single father.
But yeah, I'm a single father, man. I'm raising my 6-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? I have her during the school years, and then her mom has her during the summertime. So trying to make that relationship, that relationship better. So my daughter, is always in a comfort, has a comfort level with both of us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to make everything better in my life, man, and just keep moving one step at a time. And then, there's little Shania Danae. I've been a part of her life since she was born, man, and I love her to death. And then my daughter Janai LeVay, I love both of them. The same way.
Is there anybody that influences you inside and outside the ring in your life?
No, man. I think Terrence Crawford, he has a big influence on me, like, inside the ring, man. Like, I've noticed that I've started to pick up some of his, some of the things that he do, some of the things that are a part of his style and things like that, man. Like, I have, like, a crazy work ethic, like, that's one thing about me. And, but his is like going, his make my work ethic kind of look like baby work, with the things that I've seen, with the things that I've been seeing him do at the gym. He trains at my gym when he's getting ready for fights, so it's crazy, to wake up, he goes run, he does hot yoga, and then he, spars or work out, and then after that, he goes and swims, so it's just, it's just like crazy, man, to see that, but, outside the ring, man, I have a few different people who influence me, and things like that, man. Like my grandmother, my aunt, just, anybody really who does a lot of positive things, or, just find a way to be positive and make life positive.
Okay. Is there any superstitions or rituals or habits that you do before a fight?
Let me see. Anything I just like to go for a nice walk, man. Like, it doesn't matter the weather, it doesn't matter anything. I like to go for a nice walk. I like to, and I also just like to just listen to music, really. Anything that gets my mind away from fighting, man, I just like to do that.
Okay, so on that same thing, do you have any activities away from the sport of boxing that you enjoy doing?
Just chilling, man. Right now, I'm enjoying being a sports dad. You know what I'm saying? Like Janaya, man, she is involved in basketball. Like, she loves basketball to death. So going to her games is like big for me.
All right, so you were saying that you like going to her basketball games and things like that. What else do you like doing?
I mean, yeah, man. So other than that, man, I enjoy playing like Xbox online, my Xbox One. Man, me and my boys from back home, we get online, play games, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto. I'm a real chill dude, man, homebody, man. I like to be at home. If I'm not at home, I just like to go do supportive things, support, my daughters in any way, you know what I'm saying? So.
All right. Well, let's jump up to your fight that happened last night. With Josh Crespo, his record was 3-2-2, and I guess just based on looking at the records, if people didn't know who you guys were, I mean, you were going into the fight 9-0. People would just naturally assume that you'd probably walk through this guy. But that's not exactly what happened. You guys ended up with a draw, and from what I heard, it was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, man, I think it was a good fight. We made all the concessions on our behalf because we were just trying to get a fight, man. I never take anybody for granted. You know what I'm saying? I go into every fight, you know what I'm saying, no matter how much I pump myself up, I respect every opponent, you know what I'm saying? So his record, it didn't mean anything to me at the end of the day, but, you know what I'm saying, but the weight was a factor. That's the only thing that played, the weight played a factor in that fight. We saw that, I normally fight at 118, so I'm a little guy, man. I do fight at 122 sometimes, just to get a fight, but this time we were fighting at 123, it was a good fight, but the fight was really easy for me at times, and, they won't admit it. Like, if they won't admit it, but man, I was boxing the hell out of him. I was beating him with one hand. Like, stiff jab to the body, jab to the face, jab. Then a right hand, boom. Like, he couldn't get past it. He didn't know what to do. The only thing that he could do, man, it kind of made me feel like Adrian Bonner Maidana. Like, that's what it made me feel like. He didn't really, boxing-wise, he didn't have a shot. So he just started winging punches, He was able to catch me with a couple of good shots. I heard him in the first and the second round with body shots. I heard him in the eighth round with body shots. Man, he was able to catch me a couple times, along the ropes with a wild, with not a wild, but a wing-in shot. Of course, even throughout those rounds, the rounds where he was able to catch me, I controlled the whole round, the whole pace of the fight, and then he was able to get one of those shots there to where it affected me, and so the judge had seen it, and then he won that round, or they made that round close, you know what I'm saying? But the whole fight, he was getting picked apart, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, though.
So it sounds to me like it should have never even been close to a draw. That you guys were just fighting where, and it was you in his hometown. Is that where you were fighting?
No, we were fighting close though. You know what I'm saying? Eastbrook, Connecticut. We fought in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to fight for a title. He don't want to fight for the title. Because he said last time he fought for a title, he got robbed. Then, you know, I wanted to fight at 118 plus 2. And he told them that, well, if I'm going to drop more weight, I need more money. You know, so they was like, well, if you're going to get this amount of money, you're going to fight this amount of rounds. So he agreed to the rounds, but then we had to agree to the weight that he wanted to fight at. You know what I'm saying? Not the weight that I want to fight at or I wanted to fight at. You know, and that ended up being the deciding factor in the fight being the draw. But, you know, a lot of people was coming up to me, of course, telling me that I won the fight. You know, I'm sure that people who think that if you were able to land one big shot or two big shots around, that you automatically win the fight or you win the round. But not when you get it pieced up for the whole round and then you're able to land a good shot. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's cool though. You know, it was a learning experience for me. You know, and we just keep moving forward. You know, we get back and we get back to the gym, man. I'm actually going to the airport right now, but we get back to the gym. You know, we'll be back in the gym Monday, Tuesday, so and I'll be working with getting a little working with Terrence Crawford before he leaves, man. I'm gonna be sharpening my skills up, man, and I'm gonna keep making the best out of what I got going on, man.
Okay, let me bring up a fighter that's in your division, and I want to see what you think about him and if there's possibly a future fight between the two of you.
Okay. I think I know the name that you're going to say, but I'll let you say it.
How about Rashay Warren?
I already know it, man. Everybody wants to see. Like, that's the fight that a lot of people want to see, man. I'm telling you this, man. My coach told me a long time ago. My coach Bashir, dude. He told me, you know, when that fight is worth something, then we'll take it. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for Rashid, man. I think that the guy is super talented. You know, I believe he definitely is a world champion in his weight class. I believe that he's one of the elite fighters, man. That she's probably one of the most elite fighters that you'll ever see, man. But you know, with that being said, you know, we do have to compete against each other at some point in time, man. It will be fireworks. I'm strong. He's fast. He's lightning fast, man. I say that all the time. We used to spar all the time when Adrian Brown was here, and sometimes we would be talking crap the whole time, man. Just wait, you know, I got this, you got that, blah blah blah, you know, and stuff like that, man. But you know, we just go to competitors, man. But you know, and sometimes we have some real serious sparring where we just straight to business. You know what I'm saying? And we both were able to land good shots. We both were able to do good things, man. But, you know, when that fight comes, it'll be worth something. Something good will be on the line. Whether that's his world title, my world title, you know, whatever the case, something good will be on the line.
Okay. Well, I want to bring up another name. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him or not. He is in your division. He's actually from out here where I'm at in Minnesota. Jonathan Perez. He's actually 9-0 with 6 knockouts. Are you familiar with him?
No, I'm not. I can't say that I know him. I think that I heard of his name before, but I can't say that I know him.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen any film on him either.
Well, hopefully...
I can't really speak on someone that I don't know or I haven't seen.
Well, hopefully the promoter someday will work something out where we'll get you to come here to Minnesota and get you to fight Jonathan Perez on one of our shows.
Okay. I mean, I was, you know, that's something that I'm never opposed to doing that. Not at all, man.
Because you guys are actually in the, I know a lot of people don't follow the box rec rankings very much, but you guys are actually ranked right next to each other in the box rec rankings.
Oh, okay. I haven't been looking at the box rec rankings. I'm worried about trying to get in. I'm worried about trying to get in the NABS, in the NABO. So, you know, I'm just trying to worry about that, man.
Okay, so far in your career overall, how has boxing affected your life?
I mean, it's cool, man. It's something that I want to do. Like, it's something that I'm passionate about. So, you know, man, with that being said, there's struggles with everything, man. I never, like, nothing ever came easy to me. Like, you know, I'm not signed to nobody right now, you know, so moving is hard sometimes, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, man. So, you know, it's life. It's just life, man. But, you know, I feel like once we get signed, you know, to someone good, you know, to someone we're gonna be taken care of, that you know, that's gonna take care of us and be able to move us. I feel like we'll be right there, you know, with the best of them.
Okay, well, listen, on that note, I'm going to end the interview, and I want to appreciate the fact that you took time. I know, like I said, you're tired. You're on your way to the airport after your draw last night, so thank you for talking to Boxing with the Truth. All right, anything to say to your fans?
I just want to say thank you guys, man, for following me. Thank you guys for following my movement. I want to definitely just give a shout out to my sponsors. Now I do is out of Denver, Colorado. They just opened a new store in the spring. Definitely a shout out to Sell Surplus Outlet out of Kansas City, man. I just want to give them a big shout out because they've been doing this since I started. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at SirFH, that's SirFH, and then, you know, John Fast Franklin on Facebook. Just follow me, man. Keep following my movement, and we're gonna get this world title together.
All right, you heard it here, boxing fans, from John Fast Hands Franklin. Follow him because he's gonna have a world title sooner or later. So keep up with him. All right, and the truth has spoken.